Our second reading from the letter of Hebrews on this 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time reminds us that Jesus is not like any of the ancient priests of the old law who would offer multiple sacrifices for the remission of sin. Referring to Jesus as the high priest, we read, "But this one offered one sacrifice for sins and took his seat forever at the right hand of God. Now he waits until his enemies are made his footstool. For by one offering he has made perfect forever those who are being consecrated." There are a number of paintings of Jesus who is seated at the right hand of the Father, like this 18th century fresco by Luca Rossetti. Notice the nail marks in Jesus' feet and hands, indicating that he is both the high priest and the one sacrificial offering for us all forever. Notice too how he is gesturing to the world as he is speaking with the Father and interceding on our behalf. Or take a look at this 17th century painting by Francesco Cairo showing the ascended Lord still bearing his cross while again communicating with the Father about the world's concerns. Notice the angels holding up the weight of the world as well as the weight of the Father and the Son. However, I was struck by this 17th century painting of the post-Reformation artist Gaspar de Crayer. Again, Jesus is gesturing to the world, and this time the Father is actively listening to his Son, who is the priest and victim and intercessor. But I was particularly moved by the fact that both Jesus and the Father are using the world as a footstool. Again, Hebrews says, "Now he awaits until his enemies are made his footstool." Are we to assume that the enemy is the world as a whole? Clearly not. There is a certain tenderness about this painting. Though the world is a footstool, we are not being crushed under the feet of God, the Father, or Jesus, his Son. Rather, this is a reminder that though our Lord is at God's right hand in the heavens, his feet are still on the ground. We should remember that Jesus said, "I am with you always until the end of time." As we prepare for the final Sunday in our church year, the feast of Christ the King, let us look to Jesus, who does not wish for even one soul to perish. Interceding on our behalf, yet firmly grounded in our world, the Lord is truly King of all souls.